Cabezazo profundo, jardín derecho, señores. ¡Ay, ay, 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 ay!
And here's Wilmer Flores toward the middle. Crawford shows it right from the glove.
High drive down the left field line. Out of here.
Damage control, straight to the hole. I got no. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Humm Baby Baseball channel, and welcome to another post-game show, and welcome to another loss. The Giants get shut out today, 4-0. Kyle Harrison was supposed to take the mound, wasn't feeling well, didn't take the mound today, and, well, I don't think it would have mattered if he did, because the Giants offense had nothing. Although, shout out to Alex Wood, who gave 4 2/3 strong. He threw over 90 pitches today. Alex Wood went out there and battled, did not allow any earned runs. Brevy allowed an earned run, a couple home runs today by Juan Soto, but all in all, it doesn't really matter. You can't win the game if you can't score, and the Giants score 0 runs, a total of 3 hits today. One by Fitzgerald, one by Estrada in the 9th inning just to try to keep the game going, and one by J.D. Davis, which was the only extra base hit of the game for the Giants. They go 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position. A throwing error by Estrada earlier in the game in the 3rd inning to help the Padres score that 3rd run. And at the end of the day, this game pretty much embodies the 2023 season. So, yes, it is a wrap. We are all but eliminated. It's not happening. I'm just telling you, it's not happening. The Giants are not going to be in the postseason this year. It is completely unrealistic to even think so. And right now, their magic number is 1. What does that mean? It means the next loss will eliminate the Giants, or the next win by not just the Padres, not just the Reds, Marlins, or any of these teams win, the Giants are eliminated. So, unfortunately, it's not realistic. The Giants would have to sweep the rest of the season, which is only 4 games. It's doable, but you'd have to sweep the Dodgers. And all these teams, Padres, Reds, Marlins, Cubs, D-backs, they'd all have to just lose every single game. So, unfortunately, that's not a realistic scenario. Giants will probably be eliminated tomorrow, if you want to know the truth. So, right now, with this loss, and even if the Giants win tomorrow, they could still be eliminated. Like I said, Reds win, Giants are done. Marlins win, Giants are done. Cubs win, Giants are done. Unfortunately, that's the case right now. But we will wrap this one up, and we have Dulcimeres. I want to say hello to everyone. Thank you for your support all season long. We only have 4 more games to go in the 2023 season. To be Kayla, Giants are officially, I guess mathematically, I still have a, unless I need to reload this. I think mathematically they still have a magic number of 1, but effectively they're eliminated. Effectively, it's over. It was over when I played taps. I told y'all when I played taps, that means it's a wrap. It's a wrap. So look, we ain't gonna be in the playoffs this year. But how do you fail preschool? I don't know. Good question. Very good question right there. Not really sure about that. I'm not feeling well either today. I had an injury today, and freaking banged my head, and I got a big headache. So I'm not feeling well myself. But we're going to get through it. Okay. Haven't missed a post game. We're doing 162 post games this year, and we're going to keep it rocking and rolling. To be, if that makes you feel better, okay. Giants are not realistically in it. we're not gonna. We're not. I probably had a concussion myself. 6 staples in my head right now. Okay, bad. It was bad. Okay, but I got my discharge papers. Okay, I don't miss the post game. I don't miss a post game for nothing. What we're talking about? Yeah, Cubs aren't going to lose every single game the rest of the year. Reds are going to lose every single game the rest of the year. Marlins going to lose the rest of the game every single year. Padres going to lose every single game, and the Giants are going to sweep the Dodgers. And I mean, come on. Some things just aren't realistic. I appreciate I appreciate all the optimism. Where has it been all year? Where's it been all year? Everyone in July is talking about this ain't a playoff team. We suck. Season's over. And now when the season actually is over, everyone's hopeful. What's going on? You guys are going to drive me crazy. But the Giants are not going to be in the playoffs this year. So let's just try to win as many as possible. Keep an eye on that. Yeah, I banged my head on the like an idiot on the hood of my van, working on my van, and I don't know how I did it. And I thought at first it was no biggie, and it hurt. I was like, "Ow!" I was like, "Crap, ow!" You know, you bang your head, and then my whole hand was blood everywhere because it I don't know how it hit it so hard and just the right angle, and it just made a big gash in my head. But I went to the emergency room, so I got checked out and stitched up and stapled up. So I'm okay, but I got a headache. I do not feel well. So we're going to make it through here. George, by the way, how pissed do you think Brebbia was when Wood gave up those runs? I bet he wanted to strangle Kapler. Shit happens. Yeah, no, I think, what do you expect? Wood went out there and did his best, and it really wouldn't have mattered because the Giants didn't score any runs today. I don't think the Giants need to spend money this winter. I think our young guys will take us to the next call. Well, we're going to have to spend some money. You got to try to improve the team somewhat and use all courses of action. Yeah, a concussion watch list for sure. Got to use everything you can, every resource we can to try to improve. Head injury, bleed a lot. Take care of that. Yeah, I did. No, at first I had thought no big deal until I saw the blood and then wouldn't stop bleeding. And then I made the decision to go to the emergency room. But typically I'm one of the people, I know a lot of people who've had have problems, have stroke or something, like, no, call the ambulance, don't call the ambulance. People don't want to call it. I'm not proud, dude. I'm like, call the ambulance. Take me to the hospital. Like straight up. Like I'll never hesitate if I think it's serious. So as soon as I realized that was serious, I was like, okay, I'm going to the emergency room. No, yeah, you want some chess tonight? Giants will not get better without spending money in free agency. Yeah, you have to use every resource available, including free agency, including the draft. And it's funny how the drafts work out so well for other teams. We gotta do better in that. We got to do better. We got to start picking some good players, both the international draft and in the regular June draft. And we also have to start signing players. We have to make this team better. This roster was not constructed to win long term. It's a decent team that can win, a 10-game winning streak in June or whatever. Or what was that? May, June? I don't remember when that was. We could go on a 10-game winning streak. Can win some games. Can have some fun. Can bring some people out to the ballpark. But they're not going to win a World Series. Much less, you're not even going to make the playoffs. Much less win a World Series. We don't have the talent. We got shut out again. This is one of the worst offensive teams in baseball in the second half of the season. And again, there's not a player on here who I wouldn't like to have. I like to have Wade. I like Yaz. I like Davis. I like Peterson. I like Estrada. I like Conforto. I like Luciano. I like Sable even. Fitzgerald. I like these guys. They're fine. But you can't have all fine. Okay, the only guy above that is probably Flores. You got to have, you got to have a Soto, a Tatis. Okay, and they have some guys who are hurt themselves that are not in their lineup. But yeah, they got a star-studded lineup. Bogarts, Kim. And we just we don't have that type of lineup. We don't have that type of rotation. We don't have that type of bullpen. Bullpen's okay. But hey, Sean Jelly looked good today. I'll give him that. So there's some things to look forward to. But all in all, just to wrap this game up, we'll go ahead and do the summary brought to you by Lydia P. Flores is the only good one. Yeah, my point exactly. You can argue that some of them are good. Conforto's good. Haniger's good. and they're great baseball players. They're some of the best baseball players in the world, but we're talking MLB standards. They're not superstars. They're not freaking Soto. They're not Machado. They're not. And I'm just naming Padres. But anyway, Juan Soto got the scoring started with a big fly off of Brebbia, and then that made it 1-0 Padres, and then another run. Ha-Seong Kim grounded out, and there was a throwing error, which made it 2-0 Padres. And then in the 7th inning, Soto does it again with a 2-run bomb, 4-0, and the Giants offense had nothing to say all night long. Brebbia gets the loss today. Seth Lugo was outstanding almost through the complete game, shutout. He was probably pretty pissed when he came out the game. He ends up throwing 8 2/3, gives up just the 3 hits, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts. Hader comes in and gets the save because the tying run was on deck, which made it a save situation. And Flores was not able to get it done. And that is the ball game. We had who we wanted up there with Flores, but he struck out swinging. Josh Hader is filthy. And that's the ball game. So that's your wrap today. And what can you say, lady? Wood was good today. What can you say? Justin Veal, Kayla, not a Justin Veal fan. Mentos, fresh, the fresh maker. I thought I read the Cubs had tiebreaker with the Giants. It doesn't matter. We're not going to be a factor if you're talking about the Giants. We're not going to be a factor in it. The Giants will probably be eliminated tomorrow. I would say we'll probably be eliminated tomorrow, Thursday at the latest, and not because of us. Well, it could be. Giants could lose. It's not. I wouldn't say it's out of the realm of possibility. The Giants could actually lose tomorrow or lose on Thursday against the Dodgers. But even if the Giants win tomorrow and Thursday, we'll probably get eliminated because one of those other teams is going to win. Cubs are going to win. Reds are going to win. Marlins are going to win. Diamondbacks are going to win. They're not just going to lose. So it's beyond our control. Just trying to help you all accept it now. Accept it now. And it'll be easier when the actual because when we get mathematically eliminated, I'm not gonna care, but it's not going to really affect me because I already understand we're not going to make it. We ain't making it. And you're talking to someone who tries to stay positive and tries to all year long. I've been trying to reel everyone back, saying it's over. We're not going to make the playoffs. I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? We're right there. But this absolute meltdown the last couple of months has changed that, and we are absolutely not going to be in the playoffs in 2023. I got to start thinking about my playoff predictions, actually. The Phillies have clinched a spot in the playoffs, and we'll see if they can repeat as National League champs. Why the Yaz hate he's a much better player than most outfielders? No, I like Yaz. I believe we would make the playoffs up until earlier last week. To be honest, now I'm just hoping and praying. Yeah, sorry, dude. It's just not happening. I got a question. What do you think? I've been coughing and I don't feel very good. Do you think it's COVID? Bob Granelli, I have not the slightest clue. If you've been just coughing and don't feel good, it could be. You could get tested. Could be a cold, could be a rhinovirus, could be many things. Hopefully you feel better soon. Last time I got sick like that, I was coughing and all that. I didn't have COVID, but I did get COVID a couple times. Originally, I never thought I was going to get it. Like for the first year that COVID was a thing, I never got it, and nobody I knew got it. Like I was like, "Is this real? How come nobody I know has this thing? How come we're locked down and nobody actually has it?" Until finally, I got it. It was over months ago. Joe Boyd, Kayla. I mean, it was over months ago. Not really, but months ago, the Giants were in a playoff spot. I don't know how you can call it over when you're actually in a playoff spot. We blew it. We threw the season away. In July and August, we threw the season away. Excluding Webb, who is this the worst starters we've ever had? I don't know about ever, but it's not a great rotation. I mean, when you're having to throw bullpen games 3 out of 5 nights, that's not a good rotation. People are getting pissed off about it. People are getting pissed off about this whole thing, the way that we're doing this. Crawford will probably play in that last game. I imagine it's going to be a big deal because there's nothing else will be eliminated by then. And Crawford will play in that last game, and that's going to be a tribute to him. But and I hope he can walk it off with a home run. That would be like the most amazing thing. I remember going to the last game of Matt Cain's career, and it was really exciting. I had it twice. First time I had no symptoms. Second time I felt like utter crap. Yeah. I got sick. It was just like a normal cold, except the sore throat was a little worse than a normal cold, and it lasted longer than a normal cold. That's the two differences. Other than that, it wasn't too bad. Not something that I really look forward to ever going through again. Look out next year. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but just look out next year because I'm a little scared. We're gonna have a new virus showing up, so just be ready. Kayla Zendava Warlock, and I hope we don't get locked down and won't go through all that. I really hope not. People are telling me, "Hey, bro, next year going to be a new lockdown." I hope not, dude. Oh Lord. Although I do love staying home. That was like cool to me. Stay home. Hashtag stay home. Well, that's easy for me. I love staying home. I stay home all day, every day, and I'm good to go. Except for going to baseball games. Eric, can the Giants be resolved quickly? Can the Giants issues be resolved quickly? Yeah, if they want to go out and spend money and free agency and improve the team, it can happen very quickly. You've seen how quick the Rangers did. Rangers, well, I mean, not too quickly. Rangers went from crap to now a playoff team in a couple of years by signing and drafting well. They drafted well, they signed well, and they signed who did they sign? Seager, Simeon. They signed and they started trading for some of the best pitchers in the game to stack up their rotation, and they drafted well. And they got a guy who they drafted this year who's already in AAA and might come to help them. And he's a beast. Offhand, I forgot his name. Oh gosh, man. Offhand, I forgot his name, but the guy the Rangers drafted this year from Florida, he played with the Florida Gators. I know his name. I just can't think of it offhand. It's going to drive me crazy. So now I have to look it up. Wyatt something. What is his name? Wyatt Langford. Wyatt Langford. He's fixing to help them out. So, you draft well, you freaking sign people, you trade for people. The Rangers have done all of it. Rangers have done everything in their power to improve their team, and they're about to be in the playoffs, I think. I'm not sure if they clinched yet, but they've had a great season. A couple tough stretches, but all in all, they've had a great season. Giants, we don't do much in free agency. We try to be cheap. We try to get the cheap. We always go cheap. We always try to, and we dumpster dive. We love to dumpster dive. Giants are like they don't have nothing. They don't get nice things. It's a thrift store, and I'm that way. I live like the Giants, except I'm not a Major League Baseball team with millions and millions of fans, although I do have a few fans, and I appreciate that. But I'm just saying, I like to shop at thrift stores, secondhand, someone threw this away, I'll grab it. Oh, this is nice right here. I'll grab that. I don't buy brand new too much. That's the Giants. They don't want to get the brand new sparkling bomb players. They want to find these people that used to be a big name, but found out they suck, and then they grab them. And then they end up DFAing them anyway, or they get hurt. Pollocks of the world. And then in the offseason, who do we sign? We sign the Striplings of the world. We sign the Manayas of the world, the Hanigers of the world. Nice players. Most of them, like Haniger and Conforto, had been hurt for a year or two, had major injury issues, but they were good back in 2019 or 2018 or 2017. Why don't we get somebody who's good now? Oh, you have more than a few fans, and you deserve them, friend. You really do. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. And there's nothing wrong with being cheap at times. There's nothing wrong with dumpster diving at times. I like the moves sometimes, like we just picked up that young pitcher who used to be a Phillies prospect who got released. I have no problem with that. In isolation, who do we sign? I just have, you guys know, I have problems thinking of names. I don't know why. Spencer Howard. So we signed. I don't have a problem with that. I was really excited about this because I used to like Spencer Howard. But why were we able to get him? Because he has been thrown out with the dumpster. He's a garbage. He's not literal garbage, but he's, as far as other teams are concerned, we didn't even get him after the Phillies. He went to the Yankees, and the Yankees released him. He's been through the Rangers. Giants will pick a guy up after he's already been through two teams, and he's like on the a last hope. Giants are like the last stop for these kind of players. Like, we'll try the Giants, and then they retire. Now I'm hoping Spencer Howard works out, and I don't mind this kind of move, but this is like all we do. We're just dumpster divers. Let's sign some legit players. You know, let's make a freaking splash once in a while. Gene Segura is the perfect dumpster dive player. Watch the Giants sign him. Exactly. When Giants had the dynasty, we did it with homegrown talent. Not trying to be like at that time we drafted well. Homegrown talent, and we picked up some good players. And Tom Verducci was on KBO Science Giants to trade for Soto. Who are we going to give up for Soto, though? Who are they going to give us for Soto? Because the owners do not want to spend much. If not, I mean, I don't know what the ranking is right now. See if we can find it. Pipeline. This is from August 15th, last month. Ranking the farm system. I would imagine we're about number 20. I could be wrong. I genuinely don't know. Let's see what. Okay, we're number 14, just barely on the upper end. So they kind of like us because we have Harrison Luciano and Carson Weisenhunt. Harrison Luciano continued to headline assistant as graduated. Luis Matos, Casey Schmidt, Patrick Bailey. Giants nevertheless moved up 3 spots. Also because we added Bryce Eldridge, Walker Martin, and we had that draft this year. But those guys, that remains to be seen. They look really, really good. So yeah. Giants at number 14 right now. Wade Meckler went through quick. Hayden Birdsong looked pretty good in the playoffs. I got footage of most of these guys we're going to check out here on my Humm Baby Prospects channel. But yeah, I mean, that's being generous to put us there. We should be up in the top 10, top 5, really. You got to draft better. That's what Farhan was brought over here to do. Let's go. You got the Rangers, number 10. Wyatt Langford, Evan Carter. These are guys right here. Brock Porter. We should have drafted him and never did. But anyway, it is what it is. So the draft, trading, we didn't do anything at the trade deadline. And I don't know what their deal is, man, but they're running out of time. We're not going to put up with it forever. If we give up some young talent prospect, then maybe something good can come out of this. Kaiser Soze Krister, the reasoning behind Farhan's insanity is easy. Buy a bunch of washed up players and get draft picks and compete with a strong farm. Says when we want a good player, we could trade from strong position. San Jose Sharks. Exactly. Exactly. Justin Veal to get fired. I mean, that ain't going to solve all our problems. I know we really are not fans of that guy, but that ain't going to solve all our problems. It's really not. We can fire Justin Veal, get a new. If hitting coaches could solve the problems, we just bring back Bam Bam. That's who we won 3 World Series with. Bam Bam Mullins, but then by 2017, 2018, everyone wanted him fired because we started sucking. Was it really Bam Bam, or was it we weren't getting good players anymore and we had old players? Our guys got old. Why is Crawford not hitting this year, but he did in 21? Because the hitting coach? No, he's old. He's washed up. He gets hurt. He can't stay healthy. It's done, dude. Crawford needs to hang him up. He's had a great career, and I think. I mean, I'm not going to tell someone to hang him up if he doesn't want to. He wants to keep playing baseball. I'm all for it. Honestly, I would probably play baseball until I couldn't play no more. I'd probably go play in independent leagues. Then I'll go play my local baseball league. Then I'll play my local softball league. Like, I'm going to play till I can't play. I always want to play. I don't like being a coach. Coaching, you're out there and you just watch. I want to play, dude. Give me a bat. I want to swing. I want to play. You know what I'm saying? Bro, you're too old. I said, I'm too old, man. If I ain't 80, I ain't too old. Let's go. Daniel Barry Sports Highlights. Joe Boyd to B. Jim Thurkill. Rangers have our manager spending our payroll. That's why the Rangers are good. And yeah, the Rangers are making moves, man. They're making moves. SG mathematically, yes, Giants are. Are we mathematically? It doesn't matter to me whether we are or not, because I know we will be if we're not. Did we get eliminated officially yet? I thought the elimination number was 1 according to the wild card standing, but it genuinely doesn't matter, unless you want to be mathematical about it. I played taps already. As soon as I did that meant you guys can trust me. I'm not going to play taps unless it's like absolutely not going to happen, barring something extremely historic and unforeseen, which it did not happen. Everything went exactly as I figured. Giants didn't tear it up. We're still losing more than we're winning. Giants are 3-7 in their last 10. What are we even talking about? We're still not winning. Even though the Giants are facing elimination, we're still losing. We just lost. We just lost a game. We couldn't score a run. Couldn't get but 3 hits. What are we talking about? So it's a wrap. It's a done deal. In fact, the Reds are a long shot right now. Reds are a very, very unlikely to make the playoffs. They're going to have to win out for a chance. The Marlins have a shot, but they're going to have to start, they're going to have to keep winning games because of the Cubs and Diamondbacks. The Cubs lost, but it's all up. Yeah, we'll see, man. Playoffs are going to be fun this year. I'm going to have to do my playoff prediction, predictions for the world champion. It ain't going to be Cleveland, who I predicted before the year. That was a terrible pick. But yeah, we'll see. I might pick the Rangers. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for being here today. I do not feel good. Okay. I got staples in my head. Rangers have our manager, AM Echo Sky, Krister, Lydia, Papachone. They signed Barry Zito, Rowan. We signed Zito in 07. Yeah, I remember Rowan, of course. Yeah, those 2010 teams. Troy Miller, I think people are too hard on Farhan. We have some great young players. They just haven't gotten reps in the majors yet. We're going to find out. We'll be patient to some extent. 2021 was fine, but I'd rather compete every year than have just some random record-breaking season where we break a franchise record for wins and then get eliminated in the NLDS. I'd rather compete every year, be in playoffs every year. And if we miss the playoffs one time, now with expanded playoffs, honestly, we should not really miss the playoffs anymore. It should be a rarity to miss the playoffs. I know that's a hot take, but if you think about it, how many teams get in now? 12, not 14, right? 12 of 30, or is it 14? It's 6 in each league, right? So 12 teams of 30 get in. We need to be one of those 12. Because that's 40% of teams get in the playoffs, which is insane to even think about. 40% of teams get in the playoffs. We already know some of these teams don't compete. The Pittsburgh Pirates, typically, although they were pretty good this year, compared to typically they don't compete, right? Typically the Rockies don't compete, all due respect. Typically, over the American League, the Royals don't compete typically. I mean, they will occasionally. They won the World Series in 2015, made it there in 2014. They'll have their hot streaks, but typically some of these teams, the A's, unfortunately, typically, although the A's have been good too for several years until lately, I'm just saying there are teams that are not going to be in the picture every year. Giants are supposed to be one of those teams that compete year in and year out. That's the standard. The Dodgers do it. I can't get mad and scream because I might pass out right now, but I'm just saying, why can the Dodgers do it every year? Do they have that much more money than us? Why are the Dodgers able to compete every single year, even though they don't win a World Series every year? In fact, they rarely do win a World Series, but they compete every single year. That's the Giants standard, and that just needs to be Willie Mays, Willie McCovey, Buster Posey, Juan Marichal. We got all these greats. This is a great franchise. We need to start acting like it. You can have a bad year every now and again, but let's freaking go. Let's freaking go. Congratulations on Orioles fans. It's been a long time back. Hope they can do something in the playoff for my friends out there on the Eastern Shore. 100% keeping it real. Next year, I'll be heading to the East Coast. I plan to head to the East Coast because I have not been to the East Coast since I started this channel. I go to Central all the time. I've gone to as far as, how far have I gone? I've got as far as St. Louis, but unfortunately, I haven't gone to the East Coast. I need to go to the East Coast next year and cover some baseball. And we're gonna beat a lot. I got a list of prospects here. I'm gonna be all over the place here next February and March. It's gonna be a crazy off season, but we have 4 more games to go, and that's it. 4 more games to go. Cuatro más. Other than that, Thank you guys for being here today. Today's player of the game is going to be Alex Wood for getting out there and battling and pitching pretty well today and getting that pitch count up. Alex Wood, appreciate you. And I don't know who's going to be pitching tomorrow. If Harrison is going to be back, if he's okay. He didn't feel well. I didn't feel well. Everything just went wrong today. I went out to work on my van and almost killed myself. So yeah, geez, that was crazy. Let's see here. New York and Miami was postponed. They'll play a doubleheader tomorrow. Giants, yeah. Giants, yeah, it'll be official by tomorrow if it's not already, but I'm not too concerned about it. Let's just finish for as strong as we can. I mean, at this point, there's 4 more games. And let's make it happen, guys. Let's make it happen. Yeah, Camden Yards. I got a poster of Camden Yards right here. I got a can't really see it. Which way do I go? Which way do I go? Which way do I go? Oh, Camden Yards. See it? Camden Yards right up there in the corner. That's Camden Yards. A little poster. It's kind of a hardwood poster right there of Camden Yards. So I know I've always loved the look of it, and I haven't been there. So do the Giants go there next year? If the Giants go there next year, that could be a destination. I don't know if they go there next year, but I probably wouldn't go all the way to Baltimore unless they were playing the Giants. But I do have some plans next year, some traveling plans next year, and I can't wait, man. We got big things coming. This needs to be a year-round live channel. Do the Kings when the season is all over. I thank you. I don't know if people will show up, but we'll do some live stuff during the offseason, more so than last year. I can't do as much as I do in the regular season, but I'll do the best I can. Next year's schedule, I want to go to San Diego. I want to go to Dodger Stadium again. I've been there, but I'd like to go back. Tampa Bay, I've been to Tampa Bay, so I probably won't go there, even though I went there before I started the channel. We head to Philly, we head to Colorado, blah, blah, Pittsburgh, New York, Texas. Now, Texas, I'll probably go to those games because I got family in Texas, so I go there at least once a year. So I'll try to go there in June. Chicago Cubs, St. Louis. If I don't go to Texas, I'll go to St. Louis because I'd love to go to St. Louis. They got a great stadium. Oh, they got that day off. They're playing at that stadium on the 20th. Rickman, I got the tickets may be a little pricey for me. I don't know if I'll be able to go to that game. But that would be fun. That's that game at the oldest stadium still standing. That would be cool. Atlanta, Cleveland. Never been to Cleveland. Colorado, LA, Cincinnati, Washington. I don't see. Oh, yeah, they do go to Baltimore in September. September 17th through the 19th. That's perfect. That's perfect, dude. That's perfect. That's perfect timing. I will try to hit Baltimore next year in September, mid-September. Of course, by that time, elections will be coming up. They may have some unrest there. So we'll have to wait and see on that. May have to wait and see on that. But if there ain't no unrest in Baltimore, I will go to Camden Yards in September. But I ain't trying to die. Could you do a tour stop of all the minor league teams in NorCal, Stockton, Ports, Reno, Aces, San Jose, Giants, Rivercats, Modesto? Well, I've already got a review on Modesto. I got a review on the Rivercats. I got a review on Reno Ace. I got a review in Stockton. The only one I haven't reviewed is San Jose, which because when I go to San Jose, I'm so focused in the game. I keep meaning to go around and do an actual stadium review, but this year there was just no way. I was so focused on the new players. Kings Warriors NBA season. Yes. You guys are awesome. The question is with Bailey and Sable being primary catch next season, where does that leave Bart? Move a new position, or does he get traded? We're gonna figure stuff out. I am a little worried about it. Baltimore can, it was so bad they didn't have to play a game with nobody in the crowd. I don't know. Richmond Flying Squirrels. Yep, I didn't pull the trigger yet on that. I really want that. Playoff T-shirt and Flying Squirrels hat, but I didn't pull the trigger on it. Stuff is just so expensive. Merchandise is so expensive. Like a hat, like that, even though it's relatively cheap there, but still relatively. Normally these hats are like $40 New Era hat, like $40, $45, $50 for a freaking hat. For a hat? Are you crazy? So yeah, it is what it is, though. Hope Springs, AM Echo to B. Everybody, thank you guys so much. I do appreciate it. Sorry for the low energy today. Major injury, I'm telling you. I was literally in the hospital. I didn't know I'd get out for enough time for the post game, but they let me out. I went in there and the doctor looked at my sheet. I was like, yeah, I bumped my head on the hood. And I was like, and it hurt pretty bad and just stopped bleeding. She was like, oh, no problem. Let's take a look at it. And she started parting my hair to look at it. She's like, yeah, let's take a look. And she's like, oh my God. And I was like, what? She's like, holy cow. You got a huge gash. You're going to need at least 6 staples. I said, staples? And she's like, yeah. And then she took me to like the room and had all the equipment and stuff. I was like, dude, what is going on? Am I getting admitted here? And they had to wash my head, and I cut some of the scissors, and they got in there. And then she said, like, we could do the numb it, but the numbing is more painful than the actual staples. I was like, well, then might as well just do the staples then. And she's like, okay, I'm gonna do the staples. And then she didn't warn me. She's like, she did one like, oh, she's like, is that okay? I was like, oh, go, do it. She's like, I'm like, keep going. Oh, keep going. And so we went through all 6 of them. And whew, that was crazy. Bart better be working on the batting next season. Yeah, Bart's supposed to be a huge piece of this team, but it just hasn't worked out that way. Well, we'll find out. Hey, who knows? Maybe he'll have a breakthrough season next year. Maybe he'll come to spring training hot, and maybe he will break through. Maybe he'll figure something out. You know, I know some of y'all haven't given up on Bart, but right now we have lots of catching options. That's good. You can never have too many options. I think it'll probably Patrick Bailey's going to be our guy going forward. That seems to be the most common sense thing. Maybe Bart can be a backup. Who knows? Maybe Sable is AAA depth next year. Maybe Sable, the plan isn't to have him as a big leaguer for years to come, because maybe we just want him in the system. So we'll see. But we don't root for chokers, Tommy Hugsley. But big fan of Bart, and we'll see what happens. Thank you so much, Hope Springs Eternal. Yeah, just, I heard I got to be careful. I got to be more careful. I got to wear a helmet when I do that car work. But thing is, I'm really careful when it comes to me. Like, I don't put my hand where motors are running or blades or anything. Like, I'm real careful. And then it's just something dumb, banging my head on the hood, just not paying attention, just something dumb where I hurt myself. So. But thank you guys so much. I do appreciate it. Let's go Giants. Let's try to win as much as possible. You can win out. We can win 4 in a row. Still wouldn't make the playoffs, but at least could win it. Could still finish above 500, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. Right now, the Giants are 78-80. So if we win out, we will finish 82-80. That's the goal. Finish above 500 and finish above the Padres. Finish in 3rd place, baby. 3rd place. It's a shame that that's what we have to go for, but that's what we got to go for. Let's go, Giants. Thank you for the support. Very peaceful chat today. Very peaceful chat. I'll take a peaceful chat any day over a crazy chat that's fighting. So I appreciate you guys. Very mature chat today. Very mature. Okay. You guys are a class act in the chat. I wish I could send y'all a super chat. I wish I could send y'all. We need to do some kind of giveaway. I have stuff, that I can give away. I wish I had some more stuff, especially Giant stuff. Most of my Giant stuff, I don't really want to give away. But hey, maybe I'll find something. Okay, I got some Dodger stuff I'll give away because it's Dodger stuff. I don't even want it. Thank you guys so much. Hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Batazo profundo, jardín derecho, señores. Ay, 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 ay.
And here's Wilmer Flores. Toward the middle. Crawford shows it right from the glove.
to the hole. I got no chance of ever making my goal. I lost my one soul. I'm